right, guys, I'm here with Norris Marshall, founder of BluePrint Engines, and he's showing me the difference between what they do to make sure that your engine's head bolts get torqued properly and what everybody else does.
Hey guys, so this is what we call robo-torque, and behind me there's two robots and it's torquing the head bolts on a small block Chevy style engine. And we go through that in torque turn method, so it gives it whatever it is at 22 degrees, goes all the way through, comes back, gives it another 37 or whatever. And while it's torquing it, it is measuring also not just the rotation in degrees, but also measuring the torque. So, and it knows at 22 degrees how much torque the bolt should feel, right? So it can tell us that we got a fastener problem, or there's a hole problem. And when we get all done, the robots go back through one at a time and loosen each bolt, one turn, and re-torque it. And that's called conditioning the gasket. One of the gasket manufacturers asked us to do that. Sometimes when we show this to people, they're like, oh, you're using robots instead of human beings. Yes, but if we're running small block Chevys and we do 75 of these through this cell a day, that would be the same as a human being putting a socket on a bolt 7,500 times in 8 hours. Now I don't know anybody I dislike that much to have them do that.
Yeah, nobody wants that job.
No, it doesn't.
No, I mean that can't be good for you. I was, throwing football with my kids and hurt my shoulder. I can imagine torquing a bolt 7,500 times a day. Every day.
We can find way better things for human beings to do than this.
Sure. Awesome. The robot's perfect for it.
Yeah. Yep. It gives us flexibility. I'll tell you something else that's unique about it. And this comes from being manufacturing orientated. We design all of our own bolts. We have all of our head bolts made, and we take a little literary license with the head bolt wrench size, and we make the small block Chevy 9/16, although from the factory it was either 1/2 inch or 5/8, and we make the Ford 9/16, although from the factory it was 5/8. We make it all the same size so we don't have to change the socket.
Oh, that's awesome.
Saves you a bunch of time, huh?
Yeah. The robot doesn't want to change sockets.
Yeah.
No.
I like it.
No, that is really awesome.
It also adds a huge layer of consistency to the way the bolts are being torqued and angled.
Yep.
And like the poor guy that would have to do it with the wrench, he'd be tired and doing it differently by the end of the day.
He would be tired, either be overdoing it or underdoing it.
Sure.
And some of them I have seen overdo it, where they just slam that clicker and they're going so fast that it goes past the click.
I know they talk about ugga-duggas, but I've seen people do the same thing. They want to hear it pop 3 times before they know it really, and you go back and you check it and like, that's not 90 foot-pounds.
Right.
Yeah. And we use 2 robots just to get all the bolts torqued. So we can run any kind of engine through here that we build on this line. The robots will recognize what the engine is and know where the bolts are at and what they're supposed to do with them. And when we're all done, the computer that runs the torque wrenches will give us a green light and tell us that the bolts torqued up the way they're supposed to.
And that's the conditioning series right there, where they're going back and forth, bolt by bolt.
One at a time. Loosen it up and retighten it.
That's awesome.
A thankless job.
It is. It is.
Your gasket probably thank you for it.
Yeah.
It's a good way to do it.
Yeah.
And we have good traceability. The information from this operation follows that engine for the rest of its life.
Takes a pretty big commitment to want to achieve that level of quality from you as a manufacturer. Given all the other ways you could have chosen to do it, you chose the hard route.
We chose the best route to get the best result every time. A lot of things we do and investments we make don't really save us labor, but they make it impossible to do it wrong and they improve the quality of it.
You end up with a better part for the consumer in the end.
That's what we're trying to do. Yep.
Yeah, and a green light.
Green light. Thank you for watching. At BluePrint Engines, we are always looking for ways to improve quality, consistency, and efficiency in everything that we do and build. The robotic technology you saw today is just one example of how we combine advanced manufacturing with decades of engine building experience. If you enjoyed this behind-the-scenes look at how our engines are made, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future videos. I'm Norris Marshall, the CEO and founder of BluePrint Engines. Thank you for watching. We'll see you at the next video.